Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft Engineer's Life 2 series. And today we're going to be jumping into some productive bees, taking our first look at that. So grab yourself a snack or drink and let's go ahead and let's get started. Now let me just say that bees are actually really useful. You can use them for many things, like I think there are some bees that can like harvest crops and stuff like that for you and gather crops or just items and stuff laying on the ground, so it's a pretty useful thing to get into. But most importantly, the main reason why I want to get into it is you can make bees for all the different resources. So basically, you can make like iron bees, copper bees, stuff like that. That's what I want to get into today. That is the plan anyway. Now, to get those bees, like the iron bees and stuff, we need to go to the nether and get a specific bee. Thankfully, in the last episode, we actually already got the nest for it. Now we just need to get like some honey treats and stuff to actually attract it to the nest, so that way we can get the bee. Now, in order to get the honey treat, which we need to attract the bees, what we have to do is, well, before we start collecting all these fancy bees that aren't normal vanilla bees, is, well, we have to go out and we have to get, well, vanilla bees. And once we find the default Minecraft bees, we'll be able to get honeycombs and stuff like that and make the newer hives. And then we can go out and start breeding the newer bees. Now, I'm aware we could actually do all the breeding of the bees and stuff right now. We don't need the default bees for that, but we do need them to actually make nests and stuff that they can produce resources for us in. So we do have to go out and get the default bees for that right there. So I went ahead, I got a bunch of stuff ready, or I already had it ready in the last episode, but I got some bee cages. These ones are not reusable. And I also have these 3 sturdy bee cages here, which are reusable, so we can use them over and over, which is nice. And I also went ahead, I gathered up some wood and some sticks, as well as made a fire starter. And that's because, well, we're going to need a fireplace in order to actually calm the bees down and stuff like that, so they don't sting us when we steal their honeycombs and their honey. But one thing I am rather curious about is I want to see if Silk Touch will actually work on the fire thing here. I'm just kind of curious about this. I want to see if my Silk Touch pick can pick this up. So apparently I can't break it with my pickaxe, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and get Silk Touch on my Matok or whatever it's called. And 1 Silk Touch book. There we go. Thank you, idiot. And there we go. 1 Silk Touch iron Matok. Let's go test this out now. I want to know if I can carry campfires around without having to really awkwardly do what I was doing like for my house here. I'm kind of curious about that. Oh, nice. So we can pick them up. That is good to know. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's start hunting for some bees. I have found a mason bee. Let me steal you real quickly. There we go. Yeah, look at that. We got ourselves a mason bee. So yeah, these here, I don't think the cages like that stack, but when you capture a bee, they just go into your inventory like this right here, and well, you can carry them around, which is pretty nice. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'll keep my eyes out for other bees, and we'll see what we can get while we're out here. There's a village over there. I was just about to cut out, but there's a village behind me. Let's go take a look. We might get some more, like, sturdy bee cages, which would be really nice. Ooh, another bee. What are you? A reed bee? I don't know if you're useful, but I will take you if you get down here. Come on. There we go. Kidnapping 100. Nice. Let's go take a look at this village. I might be able to get some good... Oh, there's another bee. Okay, we'll get to the village eventually. What type of bee are you? Another reed bee. Do I need multiple of the same bee? Probably not. I'll just take 1 for now. Since our village is like underground, we didn't really get to see this, but they have like guard villagers here, which is pretty neat. That's literally from the mod called Guard Villagers. And I think if you get the hero of the village, you can actually go ahead and like put custom armor and stuff on them, like give them iron armor, as well as weapons and stuff like that. I think that's a thing you can do with them. Pretty sure. So it makes you wish that like vanilla Minecraft had that. That would be so awesome. Having like Guard Villagers in vanilla, that would be amazing. What do we got in here? You know what? I'll take some of this. What's this? Super special blueprints with a Z, so it must be useful and cool. These villagers have nothing. They're all broke. They only speak broke here. They do have a brewing stand though. But yeah, I am not finding anything except for at these places. There's stuff here. More ammo stuff for the guns I don't own. Nice. I will take it. I'm kind of curious. Can I just... I can. So these are like shulker boxes. I did not know that. That is awesome. So you know what? I'll just put everything in here. I did not know that was a thing. Yeah, I remember people saying that, but in the last engineer's life, they like would drop everything when you break them. So I was just like, okay, what's going on here? But as it turns out, apparently in this one, you can use them as shulker boxes. Sadly, it doesn't tell you what's in them when you hover over them though, but that's not a big deal. And finally, one house that actually has a sturdy bee cage there. That is nice. And yeah, I'll take some seeds. And this village was really poor. They only had one total chest, not including the ones at the modded houses there. They had one total chest. They were broke. And I stole everything they had. Aren't I a good person? Now let's go look for some bees. We got ourselves a chonky bee. Oh, he just went away. He's camera shy apparently. I just started recording and he went into his nest there. I guess he's a little camera shy. He's not a big fan of being called a chonky boy, I guess. Alright. Well, that's fine. We'll come back and get him later. But I gotta say, this flower forest, like holy crap, look at this. This is absolutely awesome. I'm gonna take a few of these because that is actually pretty nice. Look what I found. I found some normal vanilla bees. Now where's your hive? Right there. Okay, cool. Man, that took a little bit. Oh, we got 3 of you here. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't really know my bees facts all too well, but I'm pretty sure we're able to, once they all go in the nest, just silk touch it and pick it up. They'll all be in the nest, right? I think that's a thing. I guess I'm gonna find out. Let's just wait for this guy to do his flower thing, and then I'll pick up the nest and we'll head out of here. Now, just to play it safe, I'm also gonna put this underneath, because I don't know if that's a thing you need to do. Like I said, I don't know my bees too well. But there we go. We got some vanilla bees, so let's go ahead. Let's head on back home. It is great to be back home, am I right? After a nice long journey. Yeah, here we are back at the greenhouse, and well, as you can see, I set up a little thing here for the bees and stuff. We're gonna throw the vanilla bees in there for the time being, very temporarily, because I do plan on upgrading the greenhouse to make room for all the bees and stuff we're gonna be breeding up. So we'll get to that in a little bit, but first, let's go ahead and start getting honeycombs and some honey. So inside this crate here, I have all the bees I captured on my journey there. So I got a few different ones. So chocolate mining bee, we got a resin bee, yellow carpenter bee, that's the big, thick, chonky boy. And then we got the nomad bee. And yeah, I also got 2 normal bee nests, which we're gonna be using right now. So let's head right on in my little bee hut here, and let's place these things down. Get the bees out. Hopefully they come out. I guess we'll see. They should be able to collect honey and stuff from the flowers. Now, I guess we'll see if the bees will still be in the nest. I'm pretty sure they stay in it after you mine it up with Silk Touch, but I guess we're gonna find out. There we go. They're all coming out of the nest now. Perfect. And you know what? Let's go in here real quick. Let me breed you guys up. I think one of the nests only had 2 bees in it, so go ahead and breed them up so that way it has 3, because I think a nest, if I'm not mistaken, only holds up to 3 bees, the vanilla nest. Apparently I missed it, but it looks like one of the hives there are already, so let's go ahead. Let's do that, and we should have enough to make another vanilla one. I'm just going to do that for right now, so that way we can maximize the amount of bees we have in here. Get another 3 of them eventually. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna craft up some new hives and stuff from the productive bee mod there as well. And I guess we'll go ahead and get started on upgrading the greenhouse. So let's go ahead and let's do that. No, I've never actually played around with bees all that much in Minecraft. Pretty much since they first came out, I like took a quick look at them, but I never really played around with them all that much. But I gotta say, they are adorable. Especially the babies. Like, look at that little guy. He's so small. And speaking of the little baby bees and stuff like that, they now have a home right here in the greenhouse. So let me show that off to you. I went ahead, I used those vine things we got in the flower forest in here, and I kind of put them throughout the greenhouse here just to add a bit more color and stuff like that. Make it be a little less orange, you know, there's a lot of orange here. Yeah, these here are the little bee cages, and as you can see, they're just a small 3x3 room. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put like maybe a hive right, like the hives will go here. We'll probably have like no barrels here, hopper, and then hives. And we'll have it empty out underneath the greenhouse here is the plan. That right there is the plan anyway. And we can go ahead, we can move our vanilla bees in here if we want to. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and start getting some of the modded bees ready. More specifically, I want to get all the bees that we can get resources from. And they get the ones I kind of want right now for like basic things like iron and copper and all that stuff. Well, we have to go and get the bees from the nether. So we have to go over to the nether with some honey treats, which we got to craft up real quick. And then we gotta sit around and wait for some bees to spawn into those nests we got in the last episode. So honey treats are actually really easy to make. They're not too expensive once you have bees anyway. So what you want to do is just this right here, and then you get yourself a honey treat. And that's 16 of them right there for me. There we go. But yeah, what I want to do in the nether now that we have these treats. Bee got outside. Okay, I don't know how you got outside, but apparently you did. But anyway, the bees I want to get in the nether are, well, ghostly bees since I have the nest. And same with him, it's just because I have the nest. But this one right here. Basically, if we look here, all of these, like, basically take a different type of bee. Like, you breed the crystalline bee and, say, the mason bee. Now, we have a mason bee, but one that we don't have is the ashy mining bee, and that's required for copper, well, aluminum by the looks of it, and the iron one as well. So yeah, we need to find an ashy mining bee, which I believe was in dirt nest. Okay, so the ashy mining bee here is found in gravel, sand, and yeah, dirt nest. So we're gonna have to find one of them as well. Hopefully we can get one. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's jump right on into the nether. Here are the 3 nests here that we are going to be needing to get these bees here in the nether. So the one I want to get, the crystalline bee, is from this one right here. So I think all you got to do is right click, and it says, pay attention to the top there, because it says the nest can attract bees in this location. So some, like these ones here, I don't think you can get the bees and stuff from them in the overworld, for example. And some other nests might be like biome specific as well, so look out for that right there. But as it says there, the nest can attract bees in this location, and it says to use honey treats to attract the bees. So let's go ahead, let's do that. And I think we just wait a little bit. So I'm gonna do that for these as well. We'll wait, and another thing you want to be careful of. Make sure you light up the area, because you can get like skeleton bees and like zombies and stuff like that spawning in, and yeah. If you don't want them, they can be kind of annoying, but they can also be useful. I mean, skeleton bees give you bones, or not bones, but I think just bone meal, which is pretty useful. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna sit here for a bit, and I'm gonna wait for these bees to spawn in. And I will see you guys once I got them. Hello, Mr. Skelly. Oh, we got him. A little lower. There we go. Perfect. Sniper, that's what I am. 150 seconds to go. There we go. Bees. Got them. Nice. And these ones are coming out. There we go. Perfect. We got ourselves some bees. Finally. That took a little bit. It takes a little while of waiting. But we finally got our bees. So let's go ahead and head back home. Now we just need one more type of bee, and that is the ashy mining bee. So let's go ahead. Let's go grab some gravel real quick. Right from right here. This will work. And let's make a nest because I'm too lazy to go out and find one. And hopefully we can get that bee. Let me place that down there. Can I do this here? This location that will move into this nest. Okay, so I gotta go somewhere else. Alright. let's go find a place where bees will spawn in this here nest. Very far away from the last location. This should be good. Okay, let's go ahead and let's wait for the bee to come back. Another 1,200 seconds. Let's do this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Let's make another 12 nests here. I think this will be a good idea, hopefully. We will see. We're gonna have a lot of bees here now, though. This might be a little bit overkill. I think there's like a 1 in 3 chance we get the bee that we want. So, yeah, hopefully we get them with all these extra nests. Get that out, and there we go. Ashy mining bee. There we go. Perfect. That is a lot of bees. And with that there, we're now able to start breeding our bees. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Now, I'm not entirely sure what you need to breed bees, especially the crystalline bee. I'm assuming I might need the quartz blocks, so I brought that. And there we go. So I think this guy's probably flower. You take flowers? Oh, you do. I was honestly expecting quartz. Now, who'd we get? Ooh, we got an iron bee, just a little baby iron bee. Hopefully he doesn't escape. And I gotta say, that guy is some small. Like, I thought the normal baby bees were small, but this guy is puny. Holy crap. It's adorable. Let's go ahead. Let's set this guy up with a little bit of a nest. He's gonna grow up eventually, and we want him to... Oh, look at that leg. We want him to start producing some iron and stuff for us. So, first off, we need to get him a nest. So, there we go. Got him an advanced nest, and with this here, we need to provide it with, like, bottles. So, just have a hopper here with, like, a barrel on top full of bottles. Now, for this guy to actually produce the right type of combs we need to get the iron, or the iron combs or whatever they're called, we need to actually go ahead and just place iron down on the floor here, and he'll basically treat it like a flower and stuff. He'll like do a spinny thing. He should get like pollinated, and then he'll go into his nest. Yeah, he is in the nest. Okay, cool. So he did his thing. He spun around. I don't know if he can do anything since he's a baby, but yeah, that's kind of what they do. And I'm gonna turn this back so I have room in my inventory. There we go. Yeah, when these guys spin around and do the little thing above the iron, they will go in here. You'll get honey, and you'll get these basically honeycomb kind of things. Yeah, you'll get these honeycomb kind of things, these iron combs. Then using the iron combs at the centrifuge, you'll be able to get iron grit from it, as well as a little bit of honey. Yeah, that is how you get iron. Now we just need to get some more bees, and we will be all set. Alright, so I went ahead and I set up a little machine here to deal with all the honeycombs and the honey. But before I jump into that, I want to tell you guys about a little glitch that just happened to me that made me lose all of my progress here today. And yes, that means our little iron bee friend is now gone. F in the comments. Yeah, this glitch here involves the conveyor belts. Basically, if you jump on one, it will crash your game. And then you won't be able to get back into your world, because as you join into your world again, it will crash again, and yeah, it basically locks you out of your world. Now, I checked on the modpack's main site there, and by the looks of it, somebody's already reported the bug, so hopefully it gets fixed soon. But just a bit of a warning, don't jump on any conveyor belts. So I guess just make sure you make like backups of your world and stuff, just in case you stumble across a bug like that there that completely locks you out of the world. Just play it safe, make backups. But speaking of conveyor belts, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this thing over here. So basically the way I have this here set up is the honey and honeycombs from the bee's nest will go down into this item router here. And basically this sorts the honey and the honeycombs. The honeycombs will go over here into this powered centrifuge through this conveyor belt right here. And the honey goes directly into the honey generator. So from the honey generator here, the empty bottles that this produces from the honey and stuff will go down here into the item router, and then back up onto this conveyor belt and into the powered centrifuge. So that way we can get more honey bottles from the honeycombs. And then I just have it set so the honey bottles will actually just go ahead, go down here and into here, basically. In the future, I may change it up just a little bit because right now I do need honey bottles, but later on I might change it so the honey bottles instead go back up into the generator to generate power and stuff. Now, sadly, with the amount of power we're generating from the windmills and stuff, we are not getting enough power to actually, well, produce a lot of like honey from the honeycombs and stuff. And we're also not getting enough honey from the bees for the honey generator as well. Now, we can sort of fix this a little bit because using upgrades and stuff for the bees, we can speed up honey production and honeycomb production and stuff. If we take a look over here at the quest and stuff, we do have productivity upgrades and speed upgrades, as well as a few others if you want to get like baby bees, stuff like that. And anti-teleportation, that's good for like Enderman bees or whatever they're called. But yeah, using these upgrades here, I kind of want to use the speed and the productivity one because basically it increases the production output of bees of this hive by 50%. So that's the productivity one. And you can install multiple, which is nice. And the speed one gives a 20% decrease in time spent in the hive. Can be installed at the centrifuge for faster processing as well. So I actually didn't know that little bit. So that's pretty useful. And there we go. Now I have both a productivity upgrade as well as a speed upgrade. I was only able to make one of each because, well, I'm poor and they require diamonds, and I don't have many diamonds right now. I kind of need to go mining and get some. But let's go ahead and let's install what we have. So in order to install upgrades in your nest, what you're going to have to do is you need to make these expansion boxes, and they basically make it so, well, you can put upgrades in your nest as well as it can carry 2 extra bees. I don't know if we'll notice a huge difference here with just 2 upgrades, but I guess we'll have to just wait and see. And I do kind of have to go ahead and start breeding up my bees and stuff. Little while later, and I have bred up a ton of bees. So I went ahead, I bred up my vanilla bees there, but I also gone ahead and I bred up the ashy mining bee as well as the crystalline bee again. And I got all the different bees I can get from that. So we have the aluminum, iron, as well as the copper bees now. And I also had to do a little bit of mining to get all the blocks there. So got that there as well because, yeah, the way I had it set up before, they were all fighting over one block and it was a little bit slow, but now they're going in and out of their hives pretty quickly. So that is nice. And down below here, not really the prettiest thing in the world, but you know what? It's working. It just works. What I got going on here is all the bees up there, they just drop all their stuff here. Goes over to this. All the honey bottles go up into this thing here. Yeah, this is now generating enough FE to keep this thing going now, so that is pretty awesome. And I have all the combs basically just going in here, and yeah, I'm starting to stockpile quite a bit. Like, just look at that. I have more combs than I know what to do with at this point. And once we have enough FE or RF, whatever it's called, we will be able to produce quite a bit of iron because, like, just one of those combs is worth one, like, say, iron or copper or aluminum, and I got quite a few in there now. So once I'm able to run a lot of those centrifuges, we are going to be able to create a lot of iron and copper and stuff. But we need to actually generate power and stuff to do that, at least enough power. But like I said, in order to get the centrifuges and stuff like they're going for us, what we need to do is get more power, which means we need to generate more, well, power. And what we're going to do for that is, well, next time, in the next episode, I think we should probably hop back into some immersive engineering and start making our way towards a diesel generator. I think that'd be a good idea. We might not get there next time, but I think it'd be a good idea to at least try to get there, start making our way there. But anyway, that there is going to be it for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe for more modded Minecraft in the future. That is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you all in the next one. Until then, have fun, everybody.